53. And, and kind of speaking to this and the need for people to get food. We had talked earlier about farm to table, doing the drive through farmers market at the Dead Hill Co-op. It's a cash only thing, and what they're doing is making these crops from the local farmers available for people who need food. And I also want to bring Kristen from Guahan Sustainable Culture onto the show. Good morning, Kristen.
Hi.
Hi.
So I guess just first of all, I know we had touched base on your program. You guys do a GoFundMe, and this is to raise money to buy produce from local farmers who are having a hard time getting that produce sold and even getting it out to where it needs to go, right?
Right. So what Guahan Sustainable Culture is doing is purchasing excess produce that farmers couldn't sell at the market and then donating them to organizations that are feeding people who need food right now. So in the past 2 weeks alone, we raised $2,600 through our GoFundMe page from various donors who decided to give, anywhere from $10 to $200. And then we're using that money to pay the farmers for their goods. We've also donated 600 pounds in the last 2 weeks as well.
So you're seeing a lot of farmers that are coming to you for help?
Yeah, we did a call to farmers, and we're still doing a call to farmers to ask them if they have any produce, and we will buy it from them so that they don't have to worry about any food spoilage or not being able to have any funds to plant for the next harvest or the next set of produce to be grown.
Mm-hmm. And what sort of produce, have you been accepting?
So we've been accepting mostly basic stuff for now, so eggplants and cucumbers, petchai, but we're willing to purchase anything that will be, food, like good food meals for people who need it most. So even corn would be very helpful for us.
And what are you hearing from the farmers, Kristen?
So some of the farmers, when we first started this program, they were telling us that they were having a lot of produce going to waste on the vine because they didn't have any orders to fulfill because of the economic downturn caused by the pandemic. So when we heard about all this food going to waste, we thought about just purchasing the food from them with the money that we raised and then just donating it straight to organizations. So it's a way for farmers to not have any losses or to at least mitigate some of their losses and then reduce food waste out on the field. More and more farmers are reaching out to us, telling us that they are willing to sell to us. And that's a really good thing because we are also seeing a bunch of people asking us where to buy produce or looking for produce for themselves because they don't really have access to other forms of money to go purchase foods at, let's say, a supermarket.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so these organizations that you're giving this produce to, what can you tell us about that and what they're saying about the need for it?
Right. So we are donating to 3 organizations so far. So that's Catholic Social Services, Salvation Army, and Oasis. And we're also working with a mayor's office to do a drive-through pickup for families who need it most tomorrow. And what they're hearing, of course, is that there are a lot more people coming in asking for help. And they are always grateful to have donations, whether it be fresh produce or canned goods, to help people who need it. I think they're really grateful for the fact that we are giving them fresh produce because, of course, those are hard to come by normally. And so it's helpful, I think, in their perspective.
It's an incredible program, actually.
Yeah, I think what we also want to do with this is to increase the food sovereignty mission on Guam, right? So often we're reliant on imports from the States, and we want to build an agricultural economy on Guam so that we don't have to rely on shipments from the States, especially in this time right now where we're not quite sure whether or not the food systems in the States are going to continue to uphold the amount of production that they're
that is something that we're seeing in the national news is, places because of the stand down and even because of the rapid spread of this virus, they're worried about food production. And then we're also seeing, I know they say that the ships are still coming, but I go grocery shopping, I try and, and I see there are shelves that are definitely empty.
Yeah, I've experienced that too. So I'm going shopping at supermarkets. I'm like, oh, there's not a lot of like ginger this week or tomatoes this week, and um, those two produce on their own, they can be grown in Guam, and we can use those things in our backyards and our local farmers to sustain our population here. And I think this program is going to try to make this a longer program, so it's not just during emergencies of the COVID-19 pandemic, but into the future where we will have a more robust agricultural economy on Guam.
Tell us a little bit more about how people can get some produce tomorrow.
So for the produce tomorrow, we're working with the Barrigada Mayor's Office, and it's primarily for Barrigada residents who are not able to find any other source of income or any support or in order to get food. So we'll be handing out around 50 to 75 bags for 50 to 75 families, and they can come at 8 o'clock in the morning, I believe. If you go to our website at gsustainable.org, we will have more information about that there.
Okay, Kristen, thank you so much
Thanks,
again.
Kristen.
They're on Facebook. It's Guahan Sustainable Culture. Appreciate the good work you're doing, and we just wanted to close the show with you and tell you and your volunteers, that you guys are COVID heroes. So thank you so much.
And real
Thank
quickly,
you.
your GoFundMe, it's GoFundMe.com, and just
GSC